I am. There we go. Okay, hello everyone. I came back again. Let's may actually just do them both at the top today. That can work. So these are new clips, so just seeing how they're going to work out here. I needed some spring vibes today. Might move this one down a tiny bit. Ooh, that may be better. That's better for TikTok. Okay, welcome in everyone. We're doing a butterfly page today just because I'm dying for nice weather. It's snowing again here in Ontario. And as always, you can visit my link tree. And that's where you're going to find free pages and my storefronts and more. Happy birthday, KK. Oh gosh, 25th birthday. You are definitely not old. Trust me. Wait till you get to be my age. All right. I think we need to make this one, I think we're going to do a lot of oranges and yellows and reds for this one. Actually, think I want to use either, let's start with Y10. Y10. Hi, Shonda. Yeah, we're starting strong. Where's my little pen? Oh, there it is. So Y10. And let's find a nice yellowy color. Why don't we do Y4? Or is that going to be too close to Y10? Whoops, I need to make sure you guys can see the whole thing. Maybe Let's go for Y3. We got a Y3. We got a, oh my gosh. I just tipped over all of my pencils that were in my little case here. So I will retrieve those after. Oh my gosh, that was pretty loud, I bet. Because it was here. Okay, so we're going to do the butterfly, these colors. That is Y3. Maybe I'll take a second now to get them because I'm probably going to need some of them. Oh yeah, it's got all my nice purples and stuff in here. These are the ones I have in a separate container because they're some of them are so small. So I have them in this little container here. And I must have caught it with my sleeve. There. I think I'm going to move them here. Oh, I have this in the way. You can tell I just got started. Sometimes it takes me a minute to get rolling. It's better if I put that there and those there. Okay. Sorry, guys. And then I can move my tea up here. That's better. I felt like a big tea today. So I'm using one of my Christmas mugs. Earl Grey is my favorite. As always, I've already got my protector sheet in behind here, ready to go. I'm going to adjust TikTok a little bit more. There we go. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and start with the outside. Hi, Amanda. You're having a second cup of coffee already. It's morning where you are. It is, what time is it here? 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I do enjoy like an after lunch tea. And I drink decaf, so mine are always decaf. Hi, Jackie. I think while that side is still damp, I'm going to add in this other yellow. Or sorry, the orange, just in some spots. So you're not too far behind me then. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with this page. Might do that bouquet effect for the background for this one. I think that would be fun. Oh, Jackie says she's learned so much just by watching me color. It's, you know what? I'm so happy to hear that. And for me, the coloring is, I find it so therapeutic. I do it for anxiety. And I'm just so glad some of you guys are here to hang out with me. This is such a pretty orange color. I'm going to take this light yellow. Let's start on this side. And I'm going to go mostly on the insides. Put down a lot of ink so it's nice and wet. And then I'm going to add this orange in and feather it in. Feathering is great because it doesn't create a really harsh line, and then makes it easier when you want to go back in and then feather the lighter color into that darker color. So you're not using a harsh line. Oh, that's already pretty. A little bit there. Oh, thank you for sharing the live. That's so helpful. Especially in the first little bit. The sharing and the commenting and the likes really help to push me to the FYP. Look at that already. Oh, it's making me so happy. So I'll do the same on this side. I'll leave that open. And maybe a little bit more down here. Oh, these colors are so fun. Shonda, I need to know how warm it is there. Because, I mean, it's not too bad here, but it feels like it's been the longest winter ever. Oh, hi, Nancy. You can see a little bit more on YouTube. It's a lot wider. I've been trying to do it in this, in the landscape format, and it makes it a little nicer to view. What do we think? I think that's pretty good. I don't want to overpower it with the orange. But it's so pretty. We're going to let that dry. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I know I said I was going to do the background bouquet, which is like the effect of lots of blurry lights. Mm. And I'm going to let that dry before I go any further with that one. Ooh, let's find some nice greens. I pulled this one out from yesterday. GY5. GY5. Ooh, this might be nice. Okay, I'll keep this one out. Oh, I forgot my stickers again. GY5. Let's get my little stickers. It's almost time to break out the new stickers. These ones are starting to fall apart a little bit. Had them for a while, so they like lift off the page. I'm working on getting more of them uploaded digitally, including this one as well. So yeah, it's just a work in progress. It does take a little bit of time. But yeah, I hope to, or at least do maybe some like smaller books like I did I did one for winter. So it's like the frost and fall one with my winter animals and my fall animals. So if I do like a mini book, that might be fun too. Oh, this Y10 is such a pretty color. GY5. There. Hi, Curly. And these I'm using today are the Ohuhu alcohol markers. And I will be going over with the probably pencils for some of this and pastels for other parts. I'm going to let this dry for a little bit. Let's add this GY5 to some of these leaves. And I know these markers do tend to bleed a tiny bit. So I always I take it a little easy. Sometimes I don't go right to the edge. The brush tips are awesome because you can feather it out almost to it's nothing. I might make those a different color. Some of the little baby's breath. Hi, Serena. Thank you so much. I needed some happy colors. I needed some like spring. Where else do I want a little bit of green? Maybe a little bit here. And don't forget when you're coloring or in life, for the most part, we have free will. So if you want to change something that's on the page, you can change it. But I'm following along today. This marker is starting to fade a tiny, tiny bit. I have reloaded, not reloaded, I have revived this one a few times. Oh no, Curly. Curly's just moved. She can't find any of her coloring supplies. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so glad you're enjoying them, Nancy. All right, what are we going to use for like the little floofy parts? I want to do that maybe a yellow, maybe like a greenish yellow. What about this GY173? Dim green. Oh gosh, that's really pretty. Do any of you guys like to color with color palettes? Like ahead of time? I'm so sorry if you do, because this is not, I never, well, I can't say never, but generally speaking, I don't use a color palette. This is one of my older books, actually. Whoops. Look at that pretty. It's already super pretty, that color palette. I wonder what color. I'm going to do some of these flowers. Let's do this in here. A little bit of green there. And I'm going to keep that color out because I might use it, you know, around the center of some of these flowers to give it a little different gradient to it, I guess is the word. I think we need to go like super, super bright here. Like I'm almost even thinking for this one, like a bright blue, like this B050. Let's see what this is going to look like. Where are you? B050. Yep. So a blue. And how about purple? Oh, yeah. Nancy suggested purple. And I think, why don't we use V38? Let's see what that looks like. V38. This is a new code for the Ohuhus. Yep. And okay, and what about, what's the third color we're going to use? Maybe a pink? What about this RV 180? Or V150 is pretty. They're pretty close. Let's do V150. Hi, I am back. I came back again today. That's 2 days in a row. What color did I say? V150. Oh, where is that one? I think I had it out yesterday. Or maybe, you know what? I think that one's actually gone. I think I used it all up. That doesn't happen very often. Oh, there it is. I was looking right at it. Sorry. Yeah, see how pretty that is? These are definitely spring colors. So let's do our stickers. Yeah, I did a cozy Shire Homes yesterday. Because I'm all about the springtime now. Or just a change of scenery from winter. This one was V150. And then once we're done, we're going to start with our, with our shading and highlighting. I'm going to use probably pencils and then a little bit of the chalk pastels. Okay, I'm going to start with this little bud over here. And I'm going to take that green right up into the base. Whoop, that one bled a little bit. Hi, Kelsey. Let's do this one pink. I'll show you guys how to fix that in a few minutes when it's dry. I think the floofy, like these floofy ones here and here, are going to be purple and a little bit of pink. So I'll mix the purple and pink together. And then the ones with the centers here, here, and here are going to be blue. So let's actually start with the blue ones. I wonder if I should add a little bit of yellow in there too. Just that same yellow that we had from before. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good actually. I went for a little treadmill walk this morning, so the little things help. All right, this big one. Should this big one be blue? I think so. Let's start here. Maybe we'll use a little bit of this purple. That's pretty. That's a pretty combo. Just a little bit of different color ink transforms a little flower here. And I think I'm going to do the same thing for the big one here. Sometimes you just get lucky with the color combinations. So I think this is really working. I like it a lot. Oh, wrong one. And that's okay too. If you mess it up a little bit, it's fine because flowers have different colors in them. So it really doesn't matter. And I might actually add a little bit of purple pencil in there afterwards. Yes, I'm using the Ohuhu alcohol markers for this page today. And let's do this one down here the same, and then I'll do pink and purple for the rest. So actually, why don't I do the reverse for this one? I'll do purple with blue in the middle. So if you're new here, when I'm coloring my grayscale pages, I like to base with the alcohol markers first and then go over with pastels or pencils depending on my mood or whatever anything calls for. Right? So if something is going to work better where I'm using the pastels, and that's what I'll use. Yes, I'll show you now that this will be dry. I'll show you how just a little quick fix. It's not, it's definitely not hard. Okay, I think that's good for the blue. Keep those out. And I do use a white colored pencil. It's not going to erase any bleed over. There's some more down here too. I'm not worried. I'm not going to worry about this one here, but I will show you just using that pencil. Sometimes you can go right over top of it, of that marker, and it just disguises it a little bit. You can also use a colorless blender, but I find when you use a colorless blender, it bleeds into that part of the page. Actually, I'll show you with this part here. Let's use this one. I might actually just use a fine tip. So a colorless blender is essentially just a marker with alcohol in it. And what you want to do is you want to push ink back onto itself. Now, again, it might just fade it a little bit. It's not really going to erase anything. But sometimes you can get it to hide a bit, and sometimes it makes it worse. So you really just go with how you're feeling, what you're wanting to accomplish for your page. Let's see if that's going to erase. That didn't do too bad there. But when you do push that ink back into itself, you can see here, it's starting to almost reverse bleed into that purple. But even if you soften that up a tiny bit, the marker, or sorry, the colored pencil, the white pencil, might actually do a little bit of a better job of covering the little bit of bleed over. But you can really hide it pretty well with colored pencil. But you can see how it's kind of bleeding in there. I know sometimes the colorless blenders make it worse, but the pencils are good. And if you aren't going over, say, if it's something that's bleeding onto the background, you could also use a white gel pen. But if you're adding something to the background, that gel pen is going to prevent any ink or pastel or pencil to go over top. So it will leave a big white mark. But that is a way to tidy it up as well. If you've got, I think I need to let this dry a little bit more. But if you are just doing something that's simple, you can outline it with a gel pen. Yeah, it'll block off the chalk at the back. All right. Let's do pink here. Thank you, Talia. If it bleeds into another color, take the lighter color of the two or dark. I guess it depends on what you're looking for. So there was a little bit of a bleed. There's a little bit of a bleed here and here. And when you go over it with the other marker, use it almost like a colorless blender, and just go over the ink really, really lightly until it's faded enough into the new color, if that makes sense. Here, I'll show you here. So there's blue on this one here. Yeah, you just want to dab it or blend it in. So I'll show you here. Just adding it in here. When you get to this part, you can see that it kind of just does blend together. But if you kind of go over it a few times, it really, really blends that in. But you want to keep in mind the same effect that that colorless blender had. It will bleed over if you use too much, right? So you can see where it's kind of bleeding into each other there, but when it dries, it'll also soften up a little bit. But that was a good spot to show you guys. And then you can do vice versa if you wanted to go back in afterwards. If you don't like that edge there, you can go back in with the blue. But what I do is I take a little bit of pencil and disguise it, and then you can't see it at all. Oh no. Yeah, red and yellow. Yeah. It'll make a nice orange. I'm going to add a little yellow to the end of this pink. Oh, good girl. Hi, zombie. Whoop. And then we'll get started on our pencils. Oh, yay, the butterflies, right? I needed some spring. We're in the middle of not another storm, but we got another bunch of snow this morning. And I needed some super bright colors. So this is where we are. I know, I'm ready for color and warmth. Although it's not overly cold here today. It's -6, but I'm ready for the sunshine. Haven't seen the sun, it feels like, in months. Actually use a sad lamp. One of those like daylight lamps. Okay, how about another purple here? I know. It is freezing here, but not as cold as we've had it recently. We had minus, I think it was minus 20 something, like minus 25. And then with the wind chill, it was insane. It was so cold. I do not go outside when it's that cold. But that was earlier in the year. That was early December or January, I think. I know I do. I do tend to hibernate in the winter. I don't like going outside. And what about this pink? I think would be nice. Pinky purple, maybe. Pink with purple in the middle. Oh, thanks for the likes, you guys. We're almost at 8K. I'm going to put on my little tappy machine there. I love blending the colors together. It just makes it look so nice. And here you can see where I'm putting the pink towards the edge of the petal and the purple towards the inside. And it almost helps to create extra shadows in behind there. Thank you for the heart, me. Oh, and I'm just seeing now there's some roses popping up. Thank you guys so much. For some reason it doesn't show me on my other phone where I'm watching from, because the other one's right up ahead of me or overhead. All right, let's see if I can get this to soften up a little bit more, just so I can show you guys what it's going to look like. I'm using the brush tip this time, and you can see it always deposits way more ink. But it does soften it up a little bit there, especially once it dries. Let's try up here. I'm going to try to push that back into itself. But I don't think it's going to work on this part here. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes it just makes a mess. Wow, those are pretty colors. Oh, I didn't do the center here. Let's use that yellow. Okay, markers are done. Now we're going to use some pencils. Ooh, that's a nice creamy yellow. Oh, I didn't do the body of our cute little guy. So why don't we use something that we already had out? Let's use a GY5. Use green, or should we use blue? I'll use blue. Just for something a little different. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Tea time. This is a fun part for me. I love using the pencils over top of that alcohol marker. It just softens up the transition of colors there. And it doesn't take a lot. That's the beauty of using pencils over the markers, is that it's high impact with low effort, which is perfect, right? I love it. Let's find a really nice orange. Oh, what about this really bright orange? Let's try this one. These are a mix of different ones. I have Color, I have Stadler, Amazon Basics. So just whatever's in my bin for the day. An electric sharpener. This one looks like it's broken. Yep. Sorry, it's loud for a second. You can really blend those colors together nicely. You can even add in another color. Like if we wanted to add in some blue or green, it would go right over top of that so nicely. Low effort, high reward. I was finding with the using pencils only, my hands were getting so sore. Sometimes I do have a few different kinds of white. What is this one? Cezanne? Thank you so much, Ghost. So I've used a few different brands of colored pencil for the white, but the Brute Fooner is definitely my favorite. So now that I put the pencil on that side, just taking a cotton pad and giving it a little gentle blend. Let's use a little white in there too, actually. This is the Brute Fooner. Thank you so much. Oh, Ghost, you're so sweet. Thank you guys so much. My phone's going off. I appreciate that so much. And adding a tiny bit of white just softens it up and makes it look so pretty. I haven't tried all the colors from Brute Fooner, but I have the metallic pencils and they're really good. So Brute Fooner has impressed me. I enjoy them. And I can't remember where I got them. I think it was from Shein. If that's how you say that one. That website. Oh, are they oil-based? I didn't know that. I thought they were wax-based. But that could be why I like them so much. Maybe because they're a little more intense. See how much it shows up on our page here? I'm really just using a tiny bit of that pencil. Little white highlights here and there. And again, we blend everything out nice. Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. What about a little bit of turquoise? What is this, jade? Light aqua green. Let's sharpen that one. And that pencil is going to show up on the dark areas, especially if you have like a black area here. I'm just going to actually do this. Oh, my music's over? I don't think so. Okay, where did I put my mouse? I tidied it up. Okay, now to start the flowers, I will probably use, I'm going to keep my yellow out because yellow. I do love yellow. This is a pretty light blue. We'll use that one. What about, just going to grab a few different colors here. These are just from my collection pencils. I'm trying to look for my mouse. I know I just had it. It can't be far. I tidied it up, didn't I? Oh, there it is, right beside my water. For some reason, there's dead air in the middle of my playlist for like 20 minutes. There we go. Yikes. Let's start this with the pink. So a little reminder for you guys, if you're coloring in this style, the darker color goes over the darker areas. And the lighter color, whatever lighter color you're going to use, it could be a different shade of what you're using. It could be a different color altogether. I'm going to use yellow at the tip here. So that's an easy way to remember what you want or where you want to add that color. The dark goes in the dark, or wherever you want a shadow, and the light goes on the light. And if you want to separate something, this flower from the petals of the other one, just add a little bit of pencil. And you can blend with, I have blending tools that I use, but sometimes I just grab the actual Q-tips. Easy peasy. And white always makes things pop. Especially if you want an area to be light. One flower done. Let's do this big purple one up here. Do I have a dark purple? Ooh, I have this really pretty light purple. Let's see what color this is. It's pretty much exactly the same. So we need something different. Is this the same? Yeah, that's light purple. Ooh, what's this? This is magenta. That might be nice. Let's try. A little bit on the pink side, obviously. What's this? This is purple purple. So I don't really like that on here. I'm going to save that magenta for probably the pink ones down here. Q-tips and cotton pads are like, they're easy to get, and you know, if you don't have access to anything else, or if that's what your preference is, then go for it. I didn't like that color, so I'm using a little bit of my eraser. Get all that stuff off. I just used an old makeup brush. This will be better. Already better. And anywhere you want there to be separation, add in your shadow. Shadows create separation. I wonder how the pastels on this. Probably really nice. I love the chalk pastels. A little bit of separation there. Okay. Now I feel like I really want to use my pastels. So after I'm done this one, I think I will switch over to the pastels. But that does look pretty. And it really does blend nicely. Where are you? Oh, the pups are being so good right now. My dogs have been crazy this morning, and now they're being so good. I'm so happy. So grateful. Okay, Q-tip time. Let's see. Why don't I use a little bit of, see this dark purple? Let's see if this looks better. I think it just gives it a little bit of a different kind of dimension. Ooh. Wow. That's really nice. Again, high impact, low effort. Let's use a little bit of the white. Just going to use the other side of that. And then we blend. I like to kind of press it into the paper. Look at that, so pretty. Let's continue with the purple then. This one still has a bit of that coating on it, so I'm only getting, that's good. Yes, I just used a regular eraser. So this is a Stadler. It's just like that white, you know those white erasers? This is just in pen form. So I got these, I believe this was either Walmart or the dollar store. I can't remember. But they were a 3-pack for about $5. And they're my preference because it just makes it so much easier to get in the little nooks and crannies, especially if it's only a small area. So dark on dark, or where you want there to be a little bit of separation. I don't know. You can erase pastels, and like this chalk pastel, you can erase that, and you can also erase the pencil. So yeah, hot tip. Oopsie, see, I did get a little dust on my page there. I can erase that. I'll show you how it erases. You can see where it's gone down here. Sometimes I get it on my hands, and when I'm wiping it away, it makes a mark. Yeah, I have some on my hands, so the background might get a little bit on there, but that's okay. Okay, 2 o'clock. I'm just checking the time. Pastels are such a fun way to add in soft dimension. So I've said this probably in the last 2 or 3 lives, but if you're looking for precision, use your pencils. If you're looking for soft, like here, use soft pastels. Oh, yay, I'm glad you're learning. We are eternal students. Why don't I do the pink one while I'm down here? I'm going to use a tiny bit of yellow. And then this dark pink fuchsia color. Oh, you guys are so sweet. These are actually soft chalk pastels. These are the Montmartre, they're called. I'll show you the case. So they're just soft chalk pastels. It really depends. Like for the butterfly, I do like to use pencils for like finer detail stuff. But I find that the pastels are just so, they blend nicely and they're just so pretty. I can't choose. Can't choose which one I like more. Maybe a tiny bit of, and use a tiny bit of black. And here for shadows. So again, this is just that chalk pastel, and I'm just using a really tiny bit. A little goes a long way. And it's easier to blend out than pencils are. Pencils are lovely, but they don't always blend out super smoothly like these do. You can already see the difference there. Yeah, pastels are dreamy. If you want to give things extra shadows, just go in with a little pastel. And they blend nicely. And I'm not using enough to require sealing. I'm really just using it to top up some of the picture. Not top up, to enhance. It's an enhancement. All right, let's do these blue ones now. Purple in the middle, right? So let's see what this looks like. This one here. Ooh, I haven't used this one. Oh, sorry, that sound is, oh. And this is where I like to follow the pattern of the petals, or it'll be the pattern of the hair, if I'm coloring hair or fur. little bit of purple. Whoops. Oh, I can use that. That's fine. The colored pencils that I'm using are wax-based. I do base my pictures with, like all of my coloring, I base with alcohol markers. So all of this has been done in alcohol marker first. Then I add in the pastels or pencils. And that's just how my coloring has evolved. I started with pencils, but found that, my hands were getting so sore because you'd have to press really hard. You'd have to, it's a lot. It's a lot. There's a lot of effort. Thank you so much. White, maybe? The only thing I will say about the pastels is that sometimes it does muddy up the work a little bit. So meaning that it does cover a little bit of your shading or whatever the details are. So just keep that in mind. When you're coloring grayscale books, you really want to make sure that you're using pencils, alcohol markers, anything that's opaque. Or sorry, transparent. Don't listen to what I just said. You want to make sure that what you're using is transparent. So that would be the chalk pastels, alcohol markers, and save the opaque mediums for your details. I'll use this black one and add a little bit of a shadow underneath here. See how much that was 2 seconds, and it just makes it look so nice. It makes it look so three-dimensional. Getting there, guys. Thank you so much, beautiful creature. I needed some happy, bright colors. But okay, so, here you go. That was kind of, you could tell it where it's really dark on the butterfly. That white had blended into the black. So you can either go over that with a blending tool or erase it if it's really bad, if you can. This is called Blooming Butterflies. I've done a few pages in. Oh, have I though? It's been a while. I haven't really colored in this book since last year, I think. Or maybe this is the up. I did do a new intro page. Yeah, maybe that was my old one. But this was one of my first books. So even finding my new books are a lot different now than these ones, but I love this book. I'm not sure when I'll be going live next. Probably tomorrow. Okay, where's that purple? There. I'm going to use this again, the blue and the purple. And it's just to add a little bit. And you can go over other colors with those. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you for the heart hands. You guys are awesome. So for this page, I used alcohol marker to base, and now I'm using chalk pastels and some pencils to add in details. Thank you so much, Giggles. And if you're new, I just I just said a few minutes ago that I like coloring this way because it's high impact with low effort. Right? So we get a huge impact with a little bit of effort. I love the look of pencils and pastels, but when you're coloring with those mediums, it does take a long time to get your base layer down. So I use both. I use colored pencil alcohol marker, and then colored pencil or pastels. And right now I'm using my pastels. But for the butterfly, I did use my colored pencil. So I used a collection. These are just some of them. And I did these first flowers here with the colored pencil as well. Just from my collection. Looks like these are all Color and Amazon Basics. I love the Amazon Basics as well. I want to create a little shadow under this center of this flower. It doesn't let me follow you? Oh, it doesn't let you follow me. Oh, that's so weird. I've never had that problem. My favorite pictures to color are definitely the grayscale ones. And right now it's like animals. I'm all about the animals. I'm actually working on a fantasy coloring book that should be out in the next week or so. I'm still kind of finalizing some of the pictures. So we're getting there. I wonder if I should use a little bit of yellow. This nice bright yellow. Thank you, Katie. Hi, Heather. We needed some sunshiny colors today. Thank you so much, Ty. I have so much fun with the animals. Oh my gosh. They're so fun. Okay, that's good there. Just have that flower left. Oh, yay, with some bunnies. I love bunnies. What color? The only thing when you're using the pastels, if you're not using pastel pencils and you're using Q-tips, you just go through some. That's all. I'm going to use this bright pink. Let's see what this looks like. Ooh, that's really pretty. Plus it makes a fun scratchy sound. And a little goes a long way. Oh, where's that pink? And let's go to green. Let's use, for this one, we're going to use a tiny bit of this light green at the bottom. Ooh, I like that. Maybe a little light green in other spots too. Just because that's how I roll. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I want more green there. Oh, you can look at down here. That tidied up pretty good. Thank you, Katie. I love coloring, and yeah, definitely nature and fantasy stuff and animals is my favorite thing to color. And it's easy-ish when you're using the pastels just to blend those colors in a little bit. That wouldn't be easy to do with just markers alone. Let's see if this is going to blend in even a little bit better now. I had made it my markers bled down here, so I was showing you guys how to kind of correct it. And now that it's blended out a little bit, it's fine. You can hardly see it. So pencils are more precise, and the pastels are pretty. The pastels are a lot softer. Okay, what are we going to do for the background now? We're going to use chalk pastels, but I don't know what color. Why don't we do like this golden yellow, and then we'll do the bouquet effect, and I'll show you guys how to do that. Maybe a little yellow with some purple in it. This nice soft one. So this is another hack if you're just coloring even bold and easy and you don't want to spend a lot of time on the background. Use chalk pastel, and I'm just rubbing a cotton pad, just fold it up there, and rubbing it on the page. Oh, see, and that's going to disappear pretty much, that little overbleed. You can see where some of that alcohol marker, or sorry, that colorless blender is in there, but that's okay. Right, look how fast it is. Let's also, I'm going to add maybe a tiny bit of bright orange. I was going to use purple, but I think orange, just in some spots, just so it's not one color. And I like when the backgrounds aren't solid. Almost makes it feel botanical. I don't know how to describe it. Thank you guys so much. So I'll just do all the yellow first, and then I'll add in a little bit more orange. You can, yeah, you really can see there where it's a little bit of a line. And you use very little. I've had this for what, guys, a year? And you can see I've hardly used any of them. I'm rubbing my transfer utensil. So whether it's a blending stump I'll sometimes use, or a Q-tip, or a cotton ball, whatever I've got. Look how pretty that is. I love this color. Okay, you can see, especially if you have a black area that gets covered up a little bit, you can always go in with your eraser and tidy it up if you need to or if you want to. It erases a pastel. And same with, you know, along the edges. If it goes over and you don't like it, whoops, it's not showing you guys on TikTok what I'm doing. There. You can erase it. And then it's nice and tidy for you. If that's what you're looking for. And there we go. Let's add a little bit of orange, I think. Which one? Just like golden orange? Let's use a gold. And really, just honestly, just tapping it in a little bit. I just want it to kind of be mottled. Mottled? Just not solid orange. Ooh, that's really pretty. It almost makes it glow a little bit. Now I wonder, I was going to do the bouquet effect, but what do we think? I kind of just like it like this. Let's use a little bit of yellow. This is a Bedham is the name brand, and it's an acrylic marker. So it's like full coverage. And I just use that to add some details, little stipples. I think it looks great the way it is. I think I'll save the bouquet effect for another page because I like it like this. All right. A little bit of white. Where's my Smoother Pro? A little bit of white. Oh, Autumn. Thank you so much. Oh no, you've been so sick. I'm so sorry to hear that. It is going around. So for the acrylic, I save them for the details. I don't use them at all when I'm coloring the actual page. I just use them for my little details because they are very intense in color, and also they cover parts of your image. So your shading and everything from these books aren't going to show through if you're using acrylic. So they do cover. And I like to do little random dots. Let's do little dots up here too. Looks like there's some eyes here. Oh my goodness. Boom, 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 boom. Do I need any more on our butterfly? Thank you so much, Pixie Dust. I don't want to add too much, but sometimes adding a little bit of the white gel pen. Now, because I have used pencil for this, it doesn't always glide really nice and smooth over the pencil. So it just puts down a little bit of that ink, and then you just blend it out with your finger. That's pretty. I think it's perfect. So the pastels I used today are the Montmartre soft chalk pastels. I based with these colors. Whoops, you guys can't see it on TikTok. Let me move it over again. These are the colors of Ohuhu that we used today, the alcohol markers for the base. That's them here. But I do like to put them on a little sticker and put them on the side, just so I know what colors I've used. And then I use a combination of colored pencils for some of the fine details. And some of them are Color, Amazon Basics, and Brutfuner. It's a fun name to say. keep this one. I have another little holder that I use. Now, if you guys are new and you want to try out Greyscale coloring, I do have free pages in my bio. If you go to my link tree, it's right at the top of my link tree, as well as some digital products. All my storefronts are there. I've linked everything that I've used in my storefronts as well. And yeah, this is what we do here. We color and we hang out, and it's just chill. There's no drama llama. Oh, and the white, not alcohol marker, the white gel pen I use is called Smoother Pro. And they are my favorite. They don't skip. They're really nice and bright, and they're just my favorite. I love them. Oh, also on my link tree under digital products, I have some, free printable swatch charts. So you can print out your own swatch chart. This is the one I have for my Chen Ruiz. And then I've done one for my Ohuhus. And yesterday I actually did a video that's going to get uploaded later on for the biennials that I have. I made a little set of color cards, and those are available in my link tree as well. So these are all of my, and I laminated them with the dollar store like self-laminating sheets. They turned out so pretty. The biennials, oh my gosh, I love them. I wish I had more than just the pastels, but I'm on a spending freeze at the moment. Oh, not a spending freeze. How about a spending reduction? But that's so much fun. So this is 72 pastel brush set. I know, I like the color cards too. Now, here's a question for you guys. Do you like the color on the left side and then the numbers on the right side, or vice versa? I kind of like them like this. I like to see the color first. You know? They're very comparable to the Ohuhus. Okay, you like it like this. Thank you. Thanks for the feedback. Yeah, like it's so satisfying. They're so smooth. Color first. Okay, good. That's what I figured, that when I made them up, that's kind of how I wanted them to be too. But you can see how smooth those colors are. Sorry, it's a little shiny. But the colors are so smooth with the biennials. And they blend pretty well. They blend really nicely. Anyway, that's my show and tell for the day. Because it did come with a little color, like a color swatch chart, but I prefer to have them big and pretty. So I sorted these by, I want to say chronological order, but it's not chronological order. It's chromatic. I wanted them to be in chromatic order. So I like re-swatched everything and spent some time organizing the colors as best as I could in chromatic order. Yeah. So you can find the printable color cards are available for download. I can't remember how much they are. I think it's like $3.99 or something. And I purchased these little O-ring, the split ring book clips, they're called, from the Dollar Tree. So yeah, they're pretty fun and easy. Hi, Tina. Thank you so much. Good to see you guys. Okay. I don't have Etsy. It's through my Linktree, and I have a PayHip store, and it's all through there. I know the biennials are so nice. Thank you, Stitch. I'm going to have to come check you out because corgis are so cute. I love corgis. It's February 23rd. We are on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube today. Thank you so much, you guys. We got to 16K. I've only been on for, well, almost 2 hours today. What are we going to call this? We're going to call this one maybe Betty Butterfly. I don't know. But I do like to name my pages. Good times. So much fun. I'm also trying to also do up some more music as well. So we have more than just my little fairy music one. And if you guys are new here, just a reminder to always use a page protector behind your work because the markers will bleed through. Any page that you use, your markers are always going to bleed through. So, do yourself a favor, put something behind your work. I like to use a sheet protector with some paper in it just to keep it nice and white and behind there. I spray it with a little bit of rubbing alcohol and then wipe it off. And that's another hot tip. Alcohol will remove the alcohol marker. That side's good. So if I were to spray a little bit of alcohol over this, it would probably make speckles and it kind of dilutes that ink. And that's almost like, if your hands are really greasy or if you have paint on your hands or stain, like stain when you're painting, use a little bit of either olive oil or what's the other one I like? Oh, the coconut oil is actually best. And rub your hands with that first before you use soap, and it helps to take it all off. So that's another hot tip. Well, you guys, that was our artwork from today, our coloring. And do I still have my Shire Homes? I'll show you guys real quick what we did yesterday. from the Shire Homes book. We did. Oh, here it is. This page yesterday. That turned out fun. I love the lavender. This is one of my first books, actually. So it's been around for a while, but I just haven't colored it in a long time. But it's so fun. It is fun and colorful. Right? You can have so much fun making it how you want. That butterfly turned out so pretty. That's why I wanted to color it, for that butterfly. Okay, my friends. Well, that is all for today. Thank you guys all so much for joining me. As always, I love you guys. You're amazing. And keep on coloring. Love you guys. Bye. Oh, I lost it again. Where's my mouse?